How much longer will Anna torment me? The upside is I think that her endings are at least somewhat more interesting, but golly gosh darn it, your date, Anna. What a mess! What a mess! This is not a beautiful place for a beautiful face, Miss Anna. Oh, now you're admitting to being... Ah, fuck you. Oh. I think I have a word for this, but... The thing is, I don't think they really did too much of it. And... like, what the hell is this trying to do at this point? God, I had a point real good about this. Okay, okay, everyone said that. I mean, of course the rumors don't stop. Like, that's optimistic as all hell. But something about this rubs me the wrong way. Because... oh man, I don't know. Something about this day is such a mess that my brain is still clustered up in all kinds of weird places. Well, isn't this at your house, though? Isn't this at your apartment? Actually, okay. Yeah, this is at your house! That's why you're here, because it's your fucking house! Oh yeah, I know. I feel that this was supposed to reference, like, why she was alone, but... you could have done that, but that would have been, like, such a sympathy grab. Would have at least given her more characters, like, trying that desperate a sympathy grab. Ugh. I mean, what kind of... like, Anna doesn't give a shit. Why would she? Like, her romance just comes out of nowhere, which is kind of weird. Like, at least with Lorem, there's no pretense. And it just kind of happens. But with Anna, it's like, oh, suddenly you're into each other. Even though the way it's built up, it's more like, I finally have someone to... I don't know. I'm just saying it could have been done better, and it wasn't. And as a result, all I can do is just think. That's all I can do, is use my thinker. I mean, could you possibly seek asylum in the human world for her crimes? That's possible. Well, you crossed the law, quite literally. You committed what might ostensibly be considered fraud. You're a high-profile individual, and you clearly reveled in the idea of being a high-profile individual. I don't know, Anna. But at some point, it's just as much everyone else as you. You can't always blame individual agency. Yeah, but you could at least go, like, a different route. I don't know, something less illegal. That's the thing, is, like, she automatically... Like, she had different avenues. Why didn't she go with the one that wasn't illegal instead? Ugh. Oh my god, I love how she's just hinting that she doesn't know, that she doesn't give a shit about people. Oh. I like this word. It's not used often enough, but it's got a certain ring to it, but I keep forgetting how it's used. But, like... that... I mean, man, come on. Where is this coming from? Like, I understand to some extent that someone might snap, but Anna gives off this impression that she's bipolar. Like, she just does whatever the fuck she wants. She has no consideration. That's not something you just break down on a minute like this, especially since later towards the date. It's like, come on. Like, don't do that. Don't do the, oh no, the big tough insane person has decided to be nice. That's not how that works. That's a stupid trope. If you're gonna use that trope, make it work. And now it just feels like a fucking sob story coming out of nowhere. I can't believe it, Anna. It turns out you were the most soppy story of all of them. And just like a good soap, there's cancer for no goddamn reason. Oh no, I have cancer. If this is a soap, you'll live anyway. No, I'll die, and then I'll come back. I'll come back as Robo-Man! I'll never suffer diseases ever again. Oh no, it's a virus! But that's not a disease! I guess technically it isn't. Okay, let's contextualize this a bit. Yeah, let's see this. Yeah, I see why this line was left out. That line doesn't do anything. That line just kind of muddles the situation a lot. I mean, like, the problem is I don't owe me anything anymore, and she's like, but you still took me in. What does that have to do with anything, really? I guess that's the point, is that... I guess another thing is, like, Anna escalates out of the blue, rapidly. It's like, you go out on a coffee date, you go out and hunt some shit, you go on some tests. Oh no! My world is literally collapsing around me. I mean, sure, there's the setup in the chapter itself, but it comes out of nowhere! Comparatively. Oh. I mean, this should just tell you something, shouldn't it? Like, I understand that it's that, but with Anna, how can you be certain? How can you be certain she doesn't just turn into a Frankenstein monster and run off? Who's to say that cancer wasn't the only thing keeping her down? Here's the thing. This isn't... Like, here's something to get based on. This isn't that bad, Like, on a pure writing perspective, this is fine. It's just that the context is so fucked up that it doesn't work. Like, this is alright. I could see this working. It's just that none of the setup warrants any of it. The setup is shit and doesn't lead up to this at all. Anna's just doing whatever the fuck she wants with her emotions and with the room feel, so to speak. And the player character just appears to exist for most of it. Look at how much she's talking! Look at how little you have to do in this scene. You're just standing around while Anna jibber-jabbers on. What kind... like... And then it... I'm gonna just say nothing. How about that? How about that? I mean, at this point, why wouldn't she just tell you about it? Like, at this point, wouldn't she be like, oh, by the way, it's cancer? Like, why did she never consider the option that humans might have a cure? Why was that never something she considered? Like, if she knows cancer, she knows that cancer has to do with cellular division. If she's seen your cells, she knows that you have similar cells. And so there might be cancer with humans. There might be research to divide. But she doesn't. She doesn't even bother to make that mental leap. You have to specifically come up to her with the it just... Like, that's what I mean with, like, the layup is shit. Is it doesn't deserve any of it. It doesn't work as a context. That's... I don't want someone to tell me that. Because that's the kind of shit that makes ghosts haunt you. That's ghost talk right there, Missy. This sounds so weird in Dutch. Would you like to skip to the end? That guy's soon gonna cut in on this, ain't he? He's actually been pretty slow. He looked at the image files, which I actually kept in a different place. I didn't trust you, Engel. I was playing it safe, and I was playing it safe in the wrong direction. In the sense that I gave him the link to another file instead of the original files. So the guy can't reach him because he's in the actual root domain. The file structure doesn't work out in his favor, is what I'm trying to say. I'm done. We've done 200. I'm done for today. This has not been long, but as I mentioned, this is just ugh. Well, whatever. You know what? I'll do a little bit more. Why do I make this mistake a lot? Here's a problem I have. This is something that could have been elaborated more. It's implied Anna has money, yet it never comes up. So little ever comes up. Well, actually, it does come up. I just remembered. She actually brings it up with, like, I can buy fancy dates, but she doesn't want to. That's nice. I forgot about that part. It doesn't come up as much as it should, though. Like, for someone who clearly doesn't have to take care of herself, it doesn't come up as much. Like, I feel like her characteristics are mostly defined to kinks, and I'm a bitch. And not like the small little details that make a character pop. I mean, she pops. She pops like a goddamn firecracker in your ear in the silent night, but... Yeah, I like this one. They really push your nose in the butter. So, there's the saying, to fall with your nose into the butter. It means, lucky and get rich. It's just a nice little jab at you. I like this. I like this a lot because I don't think it's true. I would love it if it just went one way. I mean, Anna going all over the place works for her, but it makes for a shit personality to date. She wants to do everything and nothing. It would be better if, like, there's a hypocrite to her. It's like, okay, she's pushing for this, but she doesn't care. Or she's all about that stuff, but she wouldn't actually want to live in the wild for more than a few hours. You know, that kind of stuff. Like, instead you get this character who feels like she's a personality shift away from being a Mary Sue. Just like Ophinia. If she wasn't a complete nutjob. But she still has her redeeming factors. Unlike Anna, who is basically a Mary Sue that everyone hates. Which I guess takes away a lot of the Mary Sue elements, doesn't it? Like, the Mary Sue concept is that there are no problems. Any obstacle is artificially generated specifically for them and makes no sense. That's what Mary Sues are. Anna has a real problem. In that she self-destructs herself but blames everyone else for it. That would have been a lot better if they focused on that. If, like, your character's like, well, you keep saying it's the world, but if you ever consider that you're a fucking asshole and people don't like assholes, you know, that'd be a nice little thing. And then Anna's like, well, you know, if you're the one saying it, there's probably something to it, but I'm gonna do jack all with it, because fuck it. That'd be great. You're such a vip. Ugh. I don't know if this is supposed to be like an insult, like, oh, you're such a vip, or it's, you're such a vip, you know. Ugh. It doesn't work. It's not an insult to call someone a vip. Like, that's no matter what, you're gonna be bumped up. Anyway, next time, she's probably gonna bring up all the shit I mentioned about the assholery because this story's preempted me in certain very important tidbits. Not on the important stuff. This town has no name, despite fucking Kevin talking extensively about his hometown in this one. No names came up. Don't know how. I wouldn't talk about my hometown ever without at least mentioning the name. Ugh. It's not even an option to ask. Ugh.